that day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight with me. This is Pinky, the housewife, and I go by Pinky on both of my channels, Pinky the housewife and Pink Global. Thank you all for being here tonight. I know it's late, but this is the best time I could bring this live to you. I've been wanting to talk about the Hantavirus since it started, but I've been down myself, not with the Hantavirus, but I've been not feeling good. Y'all know I had this rotator cuff stuff, surgery, and torn rotator cuff, slap tear tendon, spring. I do everything with this right shoulder. So I've been having a lot of pain for that. So I'm sorry y'all missed me. It's been a while. It's been a while since I was able to do anything. Okay, so let me go ahead and get to the matter at hand. This is also, I do want to do this first. Wait, give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find my stuff. I put it up here for me to look at earlier, and let me just see, where did I put everything? Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about it and get it started. All right. I and we Today's been a good day for me so far. Um, I do want to say that my co-host will not be hosting with me tonight. He is in the bed sleep. That's Phoenix, 2-year-old. He's in the bed sleep. So I'll let everybody know that hi for him, and he said hi to you. He's not going to be here tonight. He's always fighting his sleep, but not tonight, Phoenix. Everybody that knows Phoenix know what I'm talking about. um, that's that's the Pinky the housewife. That's the favorite host in the world. He's very handsome at 2 years old. Okay. He was running me crazy all day from Mother's Day. But let me just say hello to everyone. And I hope you all had a great Mother's Day. To all the moms out there, the grandmoms and the mothers, figures joining the live today. Even if you're pregnant and grown, you got your baby in your belly right now and carrying your baby already. If you play that mom figure for somebody or another child, whether it's your blood child or not, happy Mother's Day. All right. I hope you all had a great Mother's Day. I hope it was amazing for everyone. But before we dive into this live tonight, I want to take a moment to celebrate the incredible love and strength and wisdom that you bring to, that all mothers in the world bring to our lives on an everyday basis, without complaint, without being tired, without anything. They're going to just get up and do. You know how we as mothers, we're just going to get up and do no matter what. Nothing stops us, no matter how many kids we got. We're going to make a way and find a way just to do. We're going to get them up. We're going to do whatever even when they're sick, even when we're sick, we just get up and do. Okay. And I do want to thank everybody for being here. I really do, because I know it's late. Okay. And to all my subscribers, thank you for choosing to spend this time with me tonight. It's a holiday and it's almost over, but it's 12:01 a.m. here, but I know it's still someone is behind me, another place. Somebody else is behind me. So it's not over yet. Mother's Day is not over for you. So you're still probably enjoying your Mother's Day. You're probably out having drinks with a lot of more mothers as friends, like a girlfriend. After you celebrate with your family, you're probably somewhere out having drinks or dinner with just a group of your friends, all mothers' friends, all women, or doing a little trip or something. Let me just check this. I don't like how this is. Let me put my border. I don't have my border. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got that border up. I don't know why I didn't have it up. But anyway, thank you guys for spending your time with me here. Okay. Now, while today is a celebration for us mothers, we still have to think about what's going on in the news that's important, which is the Hantavirus. Is breaking news, been breaking news all week while I've been laid up in bed. I even been to the hospital, guys. I even been to the hospital. Even had they even gave me morphine. Gave me morphine, MIV. What was it? Morphine for pain. Two more things. More, I totally forgot what they gave. Morphine, two more things. I can't even remember. I'm still on medication, so that means I really sleep all during the day. I really not playing. I sleep all during the day. Once I take the medication, it knocks me out. I cannot stay up. Oh, it's just like I sleep all during the day. Phoenix is the only thing that would keep me up because he don't want nobody but the mama. He called me mommy, or mama. He say mama or mommy, whatever. But anyway, he's the only thing that keeps me up. And Bella and Coda, y'all know my dogs. Oh gosh, do they keep me up? Oh Lord. Some people, I call them people though. My Husky and my Ozzy. Let me just tell you, no matter how much you send them to school, no matter how much they go learn, they just don't learn. A Husky is just a Husky, and a Ozzy just gonna do what a Ozzy do. Okay? I tell you. Let me tell you, guys, if you don't want a Husky, if you don't want a dog that got his own mind, don't get a Husky. Y'all better go get something else. So don't get a Husky. And if you're the type of person that want to lay around and ain't got time for an Aussie, don't get an Aussie because those are herding dogs, working dogs. Oh no, don't get an Aussie because oh Lord, I can't even take 2 steps. They on my tail. They right on my heels. One got one leg, and one got the other leg. I can't even walk 2 feet, not nowhere. I can't even get up out of my chair. They raise up and look. Okay, that's Coda. Raise up and look. Bella's just gonna just lay there, and then she see me. Well, she can't see me. She got to get up, and she gets mad because she got to get up. No, you ain't got to get up. And I tell them just lay on down. Don't get up. Don't move. Oh, yeah. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Those are fur babies. I love my fur babies. I love them. I love them to death. But let's go ahead and get into the matter at hand. This crisis that we got going on is important health news for everyone, not just people in the U.S., in the United States, but this is all over. This is a global problem. When I say a global problem, it doesn't matter where you are. Okay? It's a problem. Just like when we had C-19, it was a global problem. This is a global problem. It doesn't just affect you or your family or just you, a single person. It's going to affect everybody. Okay, it's going to affect everybody. So let's get into the our update on the latest on the Hantavirus, the developments, because it's going to develop just like the C-19. It just developed out of nowhere, just kept rolling. And no matter what happened, what people say, y'all know. I don't have to say it. Y'all know. They kept you in the dark too long. I'm not going to even say it. I'll just let you say it for yourself. Were you in the dark for a long time? Yeah. Was I in the dark? No, because I kept up. I didn't believe all that crap because you got to remember they have a job. You don't want to lose that job. Oh, I got my back lights off behind me. I always have my lights on back there. That's why it's so dark. I was wondering why it's so dark. I don't have the back lights on up under the cabinets. But you got to remember they have a job. They don't want to. They're working and making probably $1 million or high big numbers. Okay, contract. They don't want to lose that contract. So they're going to say what the network tell them what to say. Okay. But some do tell the truth. So we're going to watch some that tell the truth. We ain't going to be watching a certain outlet that somebody always wants. Is that a mosquito in my house? Yes. Damn. Ooh, got so many damn doors in this house. And I got a mosquito in the house. I'm going to go get my little zipper. The little you. And there was a mosquito, and mosquitoes, I am afraid of mosquitoes. Okay. So once I do this, I'm going to put that little thing right there so it can zip on it. Okay. It's going to fry him. Okay. Let me see who all we got in the house tonight. Y'all come on in, guys. Let me see. Is that Lady Leo? She's the first one in here, guys. Thank you, Lady Leo, for being here. Let me just say this. If you all can hear me and my voice is coming out well, audio, can you please put a 1 in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Lady Leo, happy Mother's Day to you too, Lady Leo. I know it was amazing. Thank you. I hope y'all had fun with your family, your kids. I know they run you crazy sometimes and your grandkids, but I hope you all had fun. Hello, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. And I know everyone day was awesome. I'm praying everybody had an awesome day. Sizzling Bunny, thank you to you as well. Okay. Let me see. Hello, Miss Pinky, looking and sounding great tonight. Thank you. And I love my flowers. Thank you for my flowers. Linda Gamble. I'm so happy to see Linda Gamble. Linda, this is my first time back. I haven't done a live in a long time. A long time, Linda Gamble. I've been sick and I'm still sick. Not sick. It's not sick. I'm down with pain, from all this. I'm moving it and everything because y'all don't know. Pinky got some good medicine. Pinky got that good medicine, but Pinky know what not to do. Okay. Hi, Linda Gamble. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Hit the like button on your way into the chat. Y'all better do what Linda tell you. Hit the like button on your way in, and please. Oh shit! I'm telling y'all, I got some good medication, and the more I lift this arm up, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. The more this arm come up, so we're gonna watch the updates on this, so I can rest this arm a little bit. Okay, please be respectful to the host. And oh Lord, every time they go up in the air. So what we're gonna do, y'all gonna have to work with me tonight. I'm gonna use this left arm. Okay, I'm gonna use my left arm a lot of the times. So that means when I'm moving around with this mouse here, my little pink mouse, I may not get it. I may be doing this. Let me show you what it may be jumping all over the place, but that's okay because I'm using my left hand. Okay. My shepherd is a big baby. It has to stay up under mommy. Oh, he stay up under mommy too. Oh, see, I told you. You know what I'm talking about. These mommy that got these fur babies. Yes, they're just like big babies. They like your own kids. They like your kids that don't want to grow up. I'm serious. Y'all think I'd be kidding. I'm not kidding. They don't want to grow up. Thank you, Lady Leo, for putting that 1 in this chat. Let me I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to this first right quick. Let me see the first one. Is that it? I had it already aside. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do y'all know how I always do one short, right? Y'all know that's what Pinky do. She'll do one little short. So the short that I'm going to do is on the virus right quick. Okay. I always do one little short video. And so, but I'm going to do it on the virus. Let me just find, I'm going to do this. Lord, I don't have my glasses on. I haven't been doing anything for so long. I can barely see. I need to get my glasses too. Guys, Pinky need her glasses. Pinky need everything. I'm serious. Tell you what, let me see. Where did I put that short? I'm looking for it. Okay, here it is. Okay, we're going to go ahead. And then I'm going to put that little thing over here. I'm just looking at something, guys. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is 3 hours. This is 3 hours. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Now, I do have the CDC as well. But before we start with the CDC, I prefer to go ahead and okay. I prefer to go ahead and do my short on. Oh my God. Let me do it here. This is with a doctor, one of the doctors. I got several of them here, but we're going to listen to one, okay? And see what they say. Let me pick the one. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, actually, it's the both. It's going to be the same doctor. I'd rather just do both his. Okay. Share screen. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to switch arms. Y'all think I'm kidding? This is not fun when your arm is this here is hurting, and this is hurting, and it goes from here up here. For the you people that are in medicine, y'all already know it goes from here, all to the back of my neck. All the whole neck is bad, hurt all the way. It goes all the way down to here, all up in here, all back there. It's this whole. It's just all bad. But the neck is messed up. My neck, and y'all know Bella. Remember when I had the surgery? Bella knocked me, pushed me over after my surgery a few days, or a week after my surgery, jumped on me and just knocked me on over, and then trampled all over me. That's the husky, yeah. With me all in my thing all hooked up like this here, all strapped up, and bam, my head went back and hit the hard floor. Yeah, my neck went boom. Yeah, that's her. Okay, but let's go ahead. This this is information on the coronavirus. I'm going to play this a little short, and then we're going to go ahead and get into it because we got a lot to cover and everything. But I do want to make sure we get into it. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, let me unmute it when you know it. And put a one if you cannot hear it in the chat. If you cannot hear the audio or anything in the chat, make sure you put a one in there so I'll know. Oh no, two if you can't hear, one if you can, and then we'll get into the meat and the potatoes. Okay. Here we go, guys.
This is an important update regarding the Hantavirus cruise ship outbreak that's caused a lot of fear and anxiety around the world. And this is a specific update for the United States because the CDC, according to CNN, is going to be sending a team to that cruise ship in the Canary Islands to pick up American passengers and bring them to Nebraska, where another CDC team will meet them and have them quarantined at the National Quarantine Unit. This is a reasonable step given how high of a case fatality rate hantavirus is. However, it's not very easy for this to spread. Yes, the incubation period, meaning the time from infection to showing symptoms, can be as long as 40 days. It's not highly infectious. You need to be in close contact with people, and they generally need to be symptomatic in order for it to spread. Unlike with COVID-19, where there is a lot of asymptomatic spread where you could carry it, spread it to other people, and not realize it. There will likely be more cases over the coming weeks that you will hear about, but in general, this still remains a low risk for the general public.
Okay, y'all heard that. Okay, that was on the 8th. Okay, that was on the 8th. But the question is here. This is the question. They got 3 unalived. Are you at risk? Are you yourself, are you or your family at risk for the hantavirus? Y'all can tell my throat is acting up. Are you at risk for the hantavirus? Okay, that is the question to be asked. Are you at risk? They said that about C19, but I'm just here to give you the facts. They said that about C19. And they were still saying things like that about C19 after 1 year. They were still saying the same thing about C19 after 2 years. They still said the same thing about C19 after 3 years. Some people still say the same thing now. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. This is the ship here. Let me get a smaller view of it for you. Oh, well, that's a bigger view again. That's the ship. Okay? Where the people are on. This is the route here that the ship took. The stops made by the MV Honduras during the time they had people on the ship. Let me just drop this so you can see it. Let me just see during the outbreak, okay? Now, let me just say this also, guys. Let me just say this. The this is the cruise ship crisis. Is this a flu or this a lethal virus? That's the question. Is this just a flu symptoms or flu? I don't know. Or is it lethal? Is it health alert? Is it potential exposure? I don't know. But I would say, if you don't know what you do, you go see your doctor. You know why you want to see your doctor? Because, let me just tell you why you want to see your doctor. Because I'm a housewife. I'm just bringing you the facts. I'm just bringing you the hold on, my throat, my research. Okay, throat is getting a little scratchy, but we're gonna. My throat is getting scratchy, and y'all won't believe this. I'm not even sick. I just need something to drink. But this is serious, guys. This is serious. This is a serious. This is very serious that's going on right now. Okay. Let me just say this. That if it's me or my family, we're gonna take all the precautions necessary. We're gonna do all the precautions. Okay. But I pray that everybody that's on this line or everybody that listens to this later on, and everybody that's been keeping updated on it, make sure you don't just push it to the side like they did when the C19 was out. Okay? Don't just push it aside. Think, because people lost family members during that time. A lot of family members got lost, and a lot of times the whole family was lost. So we're going to go ahead and get into. I'm frozen. You're frozen. Let me check. Thank you for letting me know. Let me just check. I am frozen. Okay. Thank you, Lady Leo, for letting me know. Keep your eyes open for me, Lady Leo, in this live, you and Linda, because I did not know that. Keep your eyes open for me. Let me put me up here so I can keep track of it myself too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lady Leo ain't gonna let nothing happen. Y'all don't know Lady Leo. She's one of my strong supporters on my channel that comes to watch me, and she knows she ain't gonna let nobody just sit there and just no no not Lady Leo. She got it under control. I got Linda Gamble in the house too. My moderator. Thank you, Lady Leo, for letting me know. Okay. Let me check my other channel and see whether I'm frozen on that one too. Just give me 1 second. Because I'm doing it from both channels tonight. I'm live on both. Okay. 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 I'm trying to keep track of everything. I'm going to keep track. Thank you for notifying me and letting me know, Lady Leo. I got it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into everything. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Now, let me just say this. So I'm going to put my disclaimer up and everything before we do anything else. I want to be very direct, okay, with everybody on this line. Very direct, but we're going to get into all the updates. I'm not in the medical field. Everybody know that, okay? I'm just a housewife who is passionate about keeping my family, my subscribers informed, my members, anybody that watch my channel. I'm here to make sure you all get informed like I do all the time. And y'all know whenever I do a live, whenever I do my lives, y'all know. And every time something breaks, I make sure y'all know. It's just too dark in here. I need to turn that light on back there. I make sure you all know what's going on. Whenever something is going on in this country, outside of this country, and anything is breaking, anything that y'all need to know, y'all know, I'm going to let you know. I always bring it to you. And what I don't care whether we got some good stuff that's going or something happening on the reality TVs with the movie stars, with the rappers, with the it doesn't matter. Housewives or who, even crazy Krishan Rock butt. It doesn't matter. I'm going to come and tell y'all what's going on, what's going to benefit you all, how to keep you and your family safe, how to prepare. I always do that no matter what's going on. I'll stop with the what's going on and give y'all what y'all need to know first. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Okay. And it's been hurting my heart not being able to go live to bring this to you all. Y'all don't know. I've been wanting to go live, but Pinky can't go live right now because Pinky been hurt. Okay. And I'm in pain. But anyway, but y'all know I'm just a housewife. And let me be direct again. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field. I'm a housewife. Okay. But me as a content creator, I want to bring this to my subscribers, my members, people that love to come and watch me, even the ones that's hiding in the bushes. I still bring you all the information, just like I would do with my family, because I know you all want to keep your family safe as well. But we can get back to the craziness after all of this, after all the crazy is over. You're freezing intermittently. That means somebody is playing with me. That's what that means. Thank you, Lady Leon. That means somebody, you know how it is at nighttime when people ain't got nothing to do. That's when all the crazies come out. But they need, if you are in the chat, just go ahead and sit down, watch the live. Just sit down and watch the live, okay? Because I'm going to give y'all some, give you too. Even if you're acting crazy, I'm going to give you some information too. But I just want to be direct and inform y'all and let you know what's going on. With this Hantavirus. Okay, I have spent hours gathering the latest facts from the reports from the CDC. Yes, I watched it. Yes, I've been watching. This is all I had to do because I've been laying in bed. If I'm not asleep, I'm awake watching it. I'm watching it all the time. When I'm sitting up eating, when I am awake and I eat, I sit up and gather my information. Thank you, Lady Leo. Thank you so much. Now, let me just say this, but I want to bring you all this information because I know a lot of times not everybody have time to watch TV. Not everybody have time to keep up with what's going on. But I know a lot of times when I come across your phone or your computer or whatever wherever you're watching me from, or your TV, you click on me and see what Pinky is talking about. Okay, because you all care for me like I care for you. So I know y'all gonna click on it and see. And if it's something going on, I know y'all gonna be there taking in the information like I always do. I bring it to you. Okay. And this live is for the informational purposes only. Okay. It is not professional medical advice that I'm giving because y'all know I'm a housewife. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in the medical field, like I said. Okay. I don't even have a job. I'm a wife. Okay. And a mother. Housewife. Yeah. But anyway, so I don't have no medical background, but that doesn't stop me from understanding, listening, watching, and researching and reading. That don't stop none of that. Okay. If you're feeling unwell, please reach out to a healthcare professional immediately. That's all I'm going to say about that, because that's what I would do for myself. That's what I would do for my family or tell my family. Okay. So I can't tell you, but I'm going to just say it and put it out there. Okay. With that being said, let's go into the critical news regarding the hantavirus outbreak, what it means for us as Americans, us as a country, us, no matter where you are, no matter where you live, for all of us. Because like I said, this is going to affect everybody. So let's go ahead and get into it. Ooh. Let me just Let me just ask this question while I get the video up for you all. I'm going to ask a question. Okay. Okay. From everything that you all been watching, if you have been watching the news or following the news or got your TV or whatever, or from your phone, do you know, or how do you think the hantavirus is most commonly spread? Let me know if you think you know. How do you think it is mostly commonly spread? It's spread because it's spread on the ship. There's 3 people unalived on the ship that was on that ship, and they got others. I'm going to let the doctors. I'm going to play that video for you. But how do y'all think it's most commonly spread? Is it by mosquito bites? Is it by contamination of food or water, inhaling dust, or rodents? Y'all know what the rodents are, right? Their waste, or touching their waste, or eating their waste. You never know. Touching an infected person? Think about that question. If you think you know, go ahead and drop it in the chat, because we're going to get the information from the professionals. Okay? We're going to get that information. We're going to come back to that question. If we have time, we'll come back to it. But let's go ahead and watch the, let me see, where did I put the CDC first? Oh, I think I want to, before I do the CDC, this is the one I had earlier. Let me just do update. Make sure they haven't updated anything before I. Okay. Okay, let me just hit update, see. Okay. This is, I just hit update on this, guys. So this is just 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago, my time. Okay, so this is 4 hours ago, my time. Okay, so it depends on where you're living and everything. That's what it's going to be. Okay, and this is from ABC7 News. ABC7 News. It says 17 Americans on the cruise with hantavirus outbreak are headed back to the U.S. Now, let me ask y'all: is that scary as F? Is that scary as F? I'm going to tell you something. To me, that's scary as shit. I don't mean to curse, but that's scary. But I want everybody to be safe. Let me just put this up here and change the color to this. I want everybody to be safe. But let me just say, it's scary. You know why? Didn't we have the same situation before? Did we or did we not have the same situation before? When are we going through the same situation? I think we was. I think we was going through the same situation once before. We went through this. We went all the way through this. I don't think nobody was asleep when we went through this situation. But let me just tell you what I got from my research before we listen to this news, okay? Because they said this 4 hours ago. I hit the update, and this is when I first saw it, it was 2 hours ago. Now it's 4 hours ago. But most people are asleep. So when they wake up, but anyway, the most update that I got as of the 10th, which was 35 minutes ago for me, which was May the 10th, 2026, which that's 35 minutes ago to me. The primary focus of the current global health discussion is an outbreak on the hantavirus, okay? Okay, so right now, it's all about the NV Honduras, that ship, that cruise ship. is scary. The outbreak situation as of May 8th, 2026, there are 8 confirmed or suspected causes, including 3 deaths. Yes, you heard me right. And we just got into it. This is just as of May 8th. Now, some people still sitting in May 10th right now because they're behind me. I'm in Central Standard Time, so that's behind me. So they're still sitting at May 10th. I'm sitting at May 11th right now because it's now 37 minutes into the next day for me. Okay, follow the situation. Follow me, guys. Okay, as of May 8th, 2026, there are 8 confirmed suspected cases, including 3 unaliving deaths, should I say, unalive. Depends on what channel I'm on. Okay, for this case, which is the Hantavirus, the rate of fatality is roughly 38%, guys. Now, I did hear it wasn't yesterday, I think. It was today is Sunday. That was Friday. Was it Friday? It wasn't Saturday. I think it was Friday. Oh Lord, let me just see. The 8th was on Friday. Yeah, because the 8th was on Friday. Okay, I'm looking at my calendar. So the 8th was on Friday. One outlet had said up to 40%. But fatality rate, I'm showing 38%. Some may say something different, but that's a high number to me. That's high to me. But I don't know to you all, but it's high to me. This ship is currently at the port, is at a port out in Spain. I can't pronounce it. I think it's what is it? Grandili, something like Dilier, Spain or something. If I said it wrong, that city, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't live in Spain. But anyway, these are where some of the passengers began to disembark from that ship that morning. Yes. People getting off the ship. They're finding a way to get their butts off this ship. And am I scared? Yes, I am. Hey, sweetie. What you say, Lady Leo? That ship looks like a ship designated for the vintage. Yes. I was wondering about that. I was wondering, but I've been laid up in bed. So okay, let's go ahead and watch this, guys. I've been laid up in bed. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and watch this and let me know whether you can hear me.
17 Americans are headed back to the United States after weeks at sea quarantined aboard a cruise ship infected with a deadly Hantavirus outbreak. The CDC says 8 people on board were infected. 3 of them have died.
All passengers are now being monitored for symptoms, as it could take up to 8 weeks for symptoms to show. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest tonight from Spain's Canary Islands off the coast of Africa.
Tonight, 17 Americans on a luxury cruise ship at the center of a hantavirus outbreak are returning to the U.S. Their destination, Omaha, Nebraska, where the National Quarantine Unit is located. There, the passengers will be evaluated by CDC specialists. There's currently no evidence of widespread community transmission. If cleared, they'll be allowed to go home and self-monitor for symptoms. Hours earlier, passengers and crew members from nearly 24 different countries disembarked off Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Part of the crew staying on to sail the ship. People from Australia and New Zealand will depart tomorrow.
These are some of the first people allowed off that ship. We can see a small group
on board right now. They're dressed in full blue protective gear. I saw some of them waving back to people on the ship as they're getting ferried to the shore right here. They were only allowed to bring their hand luggage. The rest of their belongings left on board to be disinfected. Once in port, the passengers boarding military-guarded buses before heading to the airport. We spoke by phone with Dr. Steve Kornfeld, an American oncologist who became the ship's de facto lead doctor after the ship's physician on board got sick.
It just kind of escalated. Within 24 hours after I stepped in, one of the patients died. And the other two, the physician and one of the other staff members, were getting progressively thicker. And then the first news of hantavirus came out.
Health officials are monitoring at least 9 Americans across 6 states: Arizona, California, Virginia, Texas, Georgia, and New Jersey, after possible exposure to a person with the virus. None have shown symptoms. Health experts say hantavirus is difficult to transmit from person to person.
This is not another COVID, and the risk to the public is low. So they shouldn't be scared and they shouldn't panic.
Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Tenerife, the Canary Islands.
Tonight, 17.
Okay, thank you all for watching that. Let me just say this. If it's low, contacting the virus is low. I'm just asking. If contacting the virus is low, why is it when they get on the ship to take supplies or whatever they was doing, they are all geared up. They suited and booted. I mean, they are hazmat all the way, gloves. I was watching one video on it, a news on it, where the nurses and stuff at this hospital was gearing up so the people can come there. That's on the ship, and they had several pairs of gloves on. I think about 3 pair gloves on, because they had the white coats on. They had the suited and booted. They had the mask on. They had the headgear. They had everything on. They were suited and booted. When I say suited and booted, the whole head, from the head to down to the toes, from the head to the toes, suited and booted. If it's low transmission, I want y'all to listen to this. If it's low transmission, why is it that, let me move this out of my way. Give me 1 second, guys. If it's low transmission, okay, follow me here. If it's low transmission, why is it? I'm just asking questions. Y'all know I am. If it's low transmission, why is it the people ain't off the ship yet? Don't this sound like I'm just thinking out loud. Okay? I want y'all to think out loud. No, don't think out loud, but start thinking about that. Okay? They said transmission facts. While most hantavirus only spread from rodents to humans, okay, now, this is a unique strain now. It can spread between people in close contact environments. That's what I'm reading. I'm just reading now. However, expert emphasize that this is not a pandemic threat like C-19, okay? As human to human, transmission remains are rare, okay? And okay? And they said, no need to panic, huh? Okay. We're going to do just that. We're not panicking. We just want to be informed. We're not panicking at all. We just want to be informed. Okay? We want to be informed. Just like everybody want to be informed. I want to be informed. Okay? So let's see what the CDC have to say. Okay? We're getting ready to listen to the CDC for a moment. And this was, I'm going to tell y'all when this was. I'll let you see for yourself, okay? Because y'all know I'm not going to be here long telling you stuff that you don't need to know. I have to bring this over. Y'all know I can't see good sometimes. This is, okay, this says May 9th, okay? So May 9th was Saturday, okay? Okay? Now, depends on where you live, because I posted my live for, what time was it? 11:30. So time now is 12:46 my time. So if it's 12:46 my time, some people are not at 12:46. They're still in Saturday. I mean Sunday. They still in Sunday. It's Monday here, Monday morning. It's been Monday morning for 47 minutes now for me. But some of them still enjoying Sunday. Okay, so it depends on where you're at. So don't go getting it twisted, YouTube or AI. This is not AI. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to this, guys. We're gonna go ahead and listen to this. This is the World Health Organization, WHO. Okay, this is May 9th, 2026. We're gonna listen to them. This is 14 minutes and 57-second video. We're gonna round it off, just say 15-minute video. Okay, we need to listen to this. I want to just make sure I got everything right here. I want to leave the caption on because not everybody can see like everybody else. Y'all can see I was listening to some of it. Okay. Now, let me just say one thing about this, that although we're going to listen to this, if for some reason y'all can't hear, or if you have a question, please put it down in the chat. Put all questions down in the chat, because I really want to make sure we get these questions answered and stuff, and that you all know I hear you and I see you. Okay. But remember, like I mentioned earlier, to everyone, that Pinky, the housewife, Pinky on Pink Global, on my other channel, I am not in the medical field at all. Okay? I want to be totally transparent with you on that. Okay? I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical profession. I'm a housewife. And I've done my own research, like I always do for all my lives. Okay? So this information that I gathered together for you all, okay, is because I want to make sure that you all protect yourself. We can laugh and Google about and talk and hee about what's going on with the housewives, reality TV, all them other shows and everything. We can do all that all the time. But this ain't going to come around all the time. We need to know this now for us. We need to know this for our well-being, for our sake. And then when you do that, then you can Google and laugh and talk and about what's going on with everything else. But you still going to protect yourself. And like I said, this information is for educational purposes only. Educational. Okay? Is to inform you and everything. This is educational and informational purposes only. and I am not a medical profession. Okay? So if you do feel sick, do what you normally would do. Go seek health care at your doctor or the hospital. Go seek medical attention. That's what I would do. I can't tell you to do it, but that's what I would do for my family. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this video here. Like I said, this is the latest update as of May 9th, 2026 with the World Health Organization, WHO. I'm going to go ahead and enlarge it. And y'all can see the date and everything on the screen. So I'm going to just bring it. So, because I think before they start talking, you got the, it's moving slow because before they start talking, you don't listen. It's not, I guess it was a delay in it.
Good afternoon and welcome back. For those of you who watched yesterday, you know that this is a regular update we'll be giving on Hantavirus.
Let me do this. I think that's too fast. Okay.
You different experts who can talk about this outbreak, particularly because we know there's a lot of interest and it's a very exciting moment now. I guess I don't want to say exciting because it's a very serious situation, but it is one where a lot of people are moving towards Tenerife, where the ship is meant to arrive tomorrow. We have WHO colleagues who are on the ship, in the air, on land, ready to support the passengers and the crew as they disembark, hopefully partly tomorrow, and our expert will talk about that. And our Director General, Dr. Tedros, is also there, so we'll touch on that. We have with us today Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove. She's the Director of the Department of Epidemic and Pandemic Management. You see her in our press conferences talking about these types of issues, these kinds of outbreaks, and we're going to expand a little bit on what you said at the press conference this week, but I want to start with what has happened in the last 24 hours since we briefed yesterday.
Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for your continued interest in this topic. It's great to be able to brief every day so we can give an update on what's actually happening. So since yesterday, quite a lot is actually happening. So as we have said before, there's a lot of planning that's taking place right now. The ship is sailing on its way to the Canary Islands. It should arrive around 5-6 a.m. tomorrow morning. All of that, to be confirmed, but sometime in the early morning. And countries together with Spain and the Netherlands are working on a plan to disembark the passengers and to get them home.
You say countries, but it's WHO who's bringing together a lot of that.
It is WHO that is working with countries. It's working with many different countries and many different partners to make this plan actually happen. It's pretty incredible. What we do as WHO, a lot of people hear about us, about guidance, and of course we do that as well. One of the things that we do with the international health regulations is we bring people together to share information and to ensure that we keep people safe. And part of what we mean by disembarking these passengers and getting them home is about making sure, I'm sure they're very anxious to get home, but to make sure that they do that in the most safe way possible. So the plans that are underway right now, we are working with member states. So WHO is working with member states right now to coordinate the evacuation of the planes. So this is repatriation is what we call it.
So this was the plane. So once the passengers and some crew have disembarked from the ship, they will make it to various planes going to various different destinations.
That's correct. That's correct. So the plan will be that the ship will anchor. And that there will be small boats that will take some of the passengers, and it will be done in a very choreographed, coordinated way, in a very protected way. Bring those passengers to shore. There will be a screening that will take place. Right now, there's nobody on board that has any symptoms, including passengers and crew, and that's great news.
And we know this, I just wanted to add, because we have a colleague of ours who's on board the ship. We have 2 doctors from the Netherlands who are on board the ship. We have an expert for the European Centers for Disease Control who is there as well. So all these people have boarded the ship in order to be able to speak to the people, be able to speak to the passengers and crew, answer their questions, and also do that health monitoring, as you said.
Yeah, so they're actually performing an incredible role right now. So our WHO colleague on board with ECDC and the 2 Dutch physicians are doing a medical assessment of everybody on board. They're also doing a detailed exposure assessment. What did you do during the cruise? What kind of contact did you have with any of the suspected cases? Just to really understand what risk they may have of getting infected.
Because it's not all the same. So somebody who works in another part of the ship who didn't have a lot of interaction with passengers may be in a different situation from somebody who was
Yes.
a social butterfly, let's say, and met a lot of people, or somebody who professionally needed to see a lot of the people.
Yes, but right now, we as WHO, we classify everybody on board as what we call a high risk contact. That might sound scary, but it's really what it's how we will operationalize the movement of the passengers and the crew safely home.
We're talking about their risk.
We're talking about their risk, yes. So the risk to the general public is low. The risk to the people in the Canary Islands is low. So we do need to continue to contextualize this because of all the attention right now, people may think that the risk is growing. It's not. What we want to do is make sure we're focused right now. And what you and I are talking about, Nika, are the passengers and the crew on board.
So this is a moment, actually, we didn't start with the latest cases. So let's start with that. You said that it's not growing. How do we know that?
Yes. So I'm actually going to look at my slides here because the data is coming in. And again, this is another thing that WHO does. We actually work with all of the member states, all of the countries to receive further information about any of the cases that we're following up, any of the people that might become suspect cases, lab results, etc. So I'm looking at the latest on my screen here. And as of right now, we do have 8 cases, 3 deaths, sadly, so far. And some people may have thought we had 9, but actually we discarded one of the cases because the test results have come back negative.
One of the older cases was discarded and a new case was added.
Okay. She said they had 3 people is unalive now, right? They thought they had 9, but now 9 cases, but it's 8. But 3 people are unalive. Thank you, Pramimi, for being here. Thank you for coming. It does look like an older ship. It looks small. It doesn't look like them big mega ships that they have. Because I was on a cruise, and I've been on many cruises though. But the last cruise I was on was the biggest. It was right before C-19. It was my husband said it's supposed to be the biggest ship ever. That was the biggest ship, and we took a cruise on that one, the last biggest ship we did. I think that was the last one, or maybe before the last one, because we used to do, before C-19, we would do cruises all the time. My kids was just talking about it about a week ago before all this happened. My son brought it up. When we going to go to, what did he say? He want to go somewhere. And then a cruise too, but he wanted to go somewhere. What? It was some, I can't remember. Oh, no, he wanted the 7 Wonders, because I have a book, a gaming book, or something. My book, I keep it in my bathroom, right? And I wrote down on the front cover of the book, I wrote down the 7 wonders of the world. And I told my husband I wanted to see all the 7 wonders. And my son always come at me because he always say, I don't know why we can't see the 7 wonders of the world. It ain't like we can't go see it. It ain't like you worrying about it, the cause of with the same mess. Oh, what you say? Oh, I just saw that one with the same mess. Okay, but he was saying it's not like we can't afford to go see it, and it ain't no money problem. It's just you getting up, wanting to go see the 7 wonders. And I said, yeah, we're gonna do that. I think he said, well, you better do it before you get too old. I'm thinking, how do your kids always think you're old? I'm not old. I'm not that old. He said, but you always hurt. You're always breaking something, or you always hurt or injured. Yeah, I said, yeah, that's probably why I haven't went. But anyway, he was talking about that, and then he said, we haven't been on a cruise, and I said, well, we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and then this comes out. I don't want to get on a cruise. I haven't been on a cruise since C-19, and I haven't planned on getting on one. See, that scared me when I saw the people going through all of that. So that's kind of frightening for me, because you have no control. You're stuck. You're stuck. Not like I can't pay to have a helicopter or whatever they or get out, get off the ship if I needed to, or helicopter me off, or get into once we bark at another, go to port to whatever country, get my butt off there. Not like I can afford that though, but it's just, I'm not getting on no ship. I'm not getting on nobody's cruise ship. Nobody's cruise ship. If I get on a ship, we ain't got no more big boats no more. So the boat was sold. So I'm not getting in no water. And I'm not buying a boat. I'm not gonna buy a boat. Our boat was sold. So I'm not getting on no ship. Now, if y'all want to go get on a ship, y'all go ahead. Our family reunion is scheduled for May 2027 on a cruise. I'm going to. Are you serious? Wait now, Proud Mimi. Let's talk. Proud Mimi. Let's talk. Let's talk. Now, we know C-19 lasts for a long time. That was a long time. That it lasted for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It didn't just last a few weeks or a few months and just went away. We was dealing with this during the holidays, this Christmas, next Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, family reunion time, summertime, and yours is coming up. That's 1 year from now, Mimi. That's 1 year. You got 1 year. We're going to have to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Do I need to make my mental note for this? Because you and I need to talk about this. If you want to come up on the live, you can put your avatar up. If you want to come up, I'll drop the link for you. So you can to tell me what you plan on. Let me pull that back up. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. C-19 is still around. And C-19 is still not playing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's C-19, it's not playing with nobody. When I say it's not playing with nobody, just because it has been around, it ain't aged, that don't mean it's playing with anybody. Anybody you want to come up with me and tell me about it, you can. You know, Mimi, you got me scared right now. Yes, you do. You got me scared. I'm freezing. You got me scared right there. Yes, you do. But we're going to finish listening to this. You got me scared right now. When you said that, you got me scared. Because I don't want nothing that put it like this. I want you to be able to go on your cruise with your family. But we're going to have to think about that. Oh, my Lord. And family reunions is the perfect time for everybody to get together. You're going to see people, family members that live in other states that you haven't seen in years. You're going to see family members that had kids and you didn't even know they you haven't seen that child in a long time. My phone is acting up. Your phone, oh my Lord. Okay. Well, just listen. But we're going to have to talk about that. Yes, we are. Because I know that's a chance for you to see family that you haven't seen in forever. And you got to remember, if you got sisters and brothers and cousins and nieces and all them, some that brother on the mother side, daddy on the sister side, or whatever, cousin on this side, stepdad got another child, somebody, you haven't even seen that new baby that was born, you get a chance to see all of that stuff and see how they grown and catch up, and it'd be like old times. Ooh, Lord. We're gonna pray on that one. We're gonna pray on that one, okay? You and I. We're in the chat. We all gonna, y'all pray. Let's pray for everybody that's on this ship, or whether they ain't got no. Oh my Lord.
So the total remains
The total remains 8, yes. And everything that you've heard prior about the first 2 cases, the patient that's in ICU in South Africa who's doing better, the 3 people who have medevaced, etc., all of that stays the same. But it is active, so there's a lot that's ongoing on the ship. And there's a lot that's ongoing in terms of the contact tracing for the people who left the ship in St. Helena, anyone who is on board flying from St. Helena to Joburg. All of those people have been contacted by people from South Africa or their own countries or the ship's operator. And while I have the floor, if I could just thank the ship's.
Okay, wait now. She just said all those people, because you know they do contact tracing, right? But all of them have been contacted and everything. That's good. I think that's what my son was talking about yesterday, and everything. The contact tracing. And he doesn't understand with all the technology we got, you know, and all the stuff, you know how they was running rapid around here. The people that call themselves ICE with no training. Remember how they was running rapidly all around here and can find out what people are going to work and trying to snatching up people and kidnapping people, allegedly. But anyway, tapping into your phone and all this here stuff. You mean you can't find out who them people ain't got no names? You can't find out their names on those that was on that ship and where they went to, where they got off, what plane they took, who was sitting beside them. Somebody lying in this. Somebody lying in this. You can't tell me what when there's something like C-19 going on and everything else and this is going on, you kind of slow in the contact tracing. But when crazy people with orange hair want you to call yourself ICE, you can find everybody. Oh, you can't tell me they can't find nobody. No, I'm not going to hear that. No, I'm not going to hear that. Y'all can't tell me they can't tell. When you got off that ship, what plane you took, who sat beside you, who was behind you, who sat in front of you, who sat on the other cross from you, how many it was, what car did you take? Did you get in your car when you got to the airport? Did you get in somebody else's car when you got to the airport? Did you rent a car? Did somebody pick you up? You can't tell me they don't know that. They know everything. Shit, they know everything you do. As long as you got a cell phone, right? They know everything, where you going, what you're doing, who you talk to. They know everything. They listening to you right now. Just like they listening to me right now. They watch everything you do. They know when you got home from the airport, whether you went straight home, whether you went to work, whether you went by your mama's house, your daddy's house, sister house, or whether you stopped and got something to eat on your way home. They know everything you did. So they know they don't have to do no contact tracing because they already got it. They already got it. Okay? Call up on AI. Say, AI, tell me every place this person been. Give them you got it. Okay? Don't give me that. They got to go do all this. Like they acting like they ain't got no computers. And one ain't no computers, ain't no cell phones, ain't this and that. We got all of that. You can't even make a move. You can't even be in your tub. I mean, in your pool, in your backyard, swimming without somebody can see everything you do. You see what I'm saying? You can't be walking. You can be walking down the street and they can see you. They got cameras all over the place. You get in your car, they're gonna see you. Don't have one of those new cars. They're gonna see everything you do. So don't tell me they got to do some damn contact tracing. Shouldn't even come out of anybody's mouth. You know why it shouldn't come out your mouth? Because they know everything you do anyway. So why you got to say the word contact tracing? Contact nothing. They just want to make you think they ain't spying on you. They spying on you. Okay, let me get back. Thank you. Eyes everywhere. They see everything you do. Everything you do. And you tell me they trying to contact. Ain't no damn contact tracing. That's old school. We in the world of AI now. What the hell you got AI for and you can't use it to find everything? You find out everything else about everybody. They're looking at you every day when you're watching your TV, doing snapshots of you. So, they know who you talked to, what you talked about, where you went, who you hugged, who you just flipped off, who you gave the finger to, and who you drove past. They know everything. Okay? So it's not hard to find out who they are, where they been, where they going, and it ain't hard to go get them. Just like y'all go get all them people and kidnap them, allegedly. ICE do, allegedly. Y'all can go get those people and quarantine them. But you ain't gonna do no kidding. You're gonna quarantine them. You're gonna play by the rules. You got to play by the rules. You can't do what they was doing, running up and down the streets, acting like they ICE with no training. You can't do that. You got to play by the rules. You got to go get the people and play by the rules. Okay? Play by the rules. Tell them and treat them like they're humans with dignity. Show love and compassion, even when they acting a fool because they don't want to be quarantined and they don't believe in it. But you still got to do what you got to do. Shit, my shoulder hurting, guys. Still got to do what you got to do. Okay? But remember, everybody is human. Show love and compassion. I know everybody don't want the people that was on the ship to get off. Shit, hell, I was feeling the same way. But hell, I was thinking with my heart too. I got a heart. But hell, y'all, shit, they need a bigger boat. Somebody need to pull up. You know how you do a pull up? Pull up with a bigger boat and get them on a bigger boat and a clean boat. And y'all can get off and just have them to get on the other boat and sign them new cabins and everything and have it stacked up with food when you get there. And all the staff all the people that worked on that ship, quarantine them. Oh, no, you can't just put them back on the boat with them. No, you can't quarantine them. Put them back on the boat because they've already been exposed. Everybody, staff, everybody, workers, all the guests, everybody get on the other boat. And just quarantine yourself. And test everybody as they go from one boat to the test. Run the test on them. But the bigger boat, that way you can have, because that looks like a small boat. You can put some on one end of the boat and some on the other end, or some on these floors, and the ones that didn't test, however you want to do it. Y'all work it out. But that's what I'm talking about. I got you. I got you. Yeah, they got eyes everywhere. Don't let these people fool you. Let's hear what she's saying. She's saying the ship's operator. And while I have the floors, if I could just thank the ships. Okay, let's see. This is the World Health Organization, guys. The World Health Organization, WHO. Okay.
Operator, the crew, the captain, for everything that they're doing in terms of trying to really deal with the scary event, in a dignified way, in a way that's providing information to the passengers. And they've been working with WHO since the start.
I'd say even from the communication side, I've been in touch with the communicator from the operators, and they've asked for what are the next updates you're going to give. They've asked to check numbers with us to make sure we're all aligned and giving the correct numbers and so on. So they really are trying to make sure that they're communicating as clearly as possible.
We appreciate that.
And speaking of communication, an important letter went out today from Dr. Tedros. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so Dr. Tedros is on the ground in Spain. He's actually in Madrid, and he will be traveling with high-level officials to the Canary Islands because he, as the leader of the World Health Organization, wants to oversee what's happening. He wrote...
Now, let me just say this. Y'all know the people on the residents and the people that live in the on Canary Island, they was protesting. I saw that on Friday. They was protesting. They don't want nobody to get off on that ship to infect cause their family and loved ones to be taken out or infected with the virus, Hantavirus. They was protesting, and I understand why they was protesting. I probably would be out there protesting too myself. It's like, oh no, but y'all say, Piggy, yeah, I'm probably out there doing the same thing. Saying, oh no, we're gonna have to not do that. We can't do that. But I wish I can find the one from Friday because there was a hospital. I was trying to tell my husband the name of it. Starts with I can't remember the name. That was all prepared or getting prepared to take I think it was all the American passengers off when they let all the American passengers. But we'll just see. I'm going to try to find that video while we watch this. Okay, guys?
A letter, and he sent it to the people of the Canary Islands. And essentially, if you haven't seen it, I would really encourage you to read it. It's a human letter. It's something he said he doesn't normally communicate with individual communities, but it's basically saying, we understand your concern. We understand that this might be scary. The risk remains low. What will happen with the boat and with the passengers, with the crew, will be done under conditions where it's very controlled. There will be a lot of personal protective equipment. And basically saying, I hear you. Thank you for your solidarity. Thank you for working with us. He thanked the Prime Minister of Spain and thanked the people of the Canary Islands. So it's really a kind letter, I think, that just recognizes that we're all people.
It's kind, but I think also important because people are very concerned, and he's sensing that. And it's not just to be nice, but it's also to reassure people, give them the information they need, and show.
That's what I was saying. You got to treat people like they are humans. You can't go out and be Rambo like those people that dressed up in that be running around snatching folks off the street. You cannot do that. These are humans. Okay, they did nothing wrong, but still, you can't infect the rest of the world. I understand people with their concerns. You can't just let them go wild willy on letting them off the boat. You can't do that. And they know you can't do that. But because they are faced with this and they're stuck on the ship, on the boat or the ship, they're crying out for help. Yes. And everything. But guys, let me bring up the guy that let's go ahead and finish watching this. But you got to treat people with dignity too. You can't listen to Orange Head Man and just think everybody is crazy and criminals and dumb and stupid. You can't do that. But they cannot be let loose off the ship and just go infecting the whole family, their family, and then the family and the friends and the co-workers and the other loved ones and the store people and everybody else and hookup dates and night. You can't do all of that. You can't do all of that. Okay? It got to be a process. You got to do a process. You got to do this right. You effed up a lot of times. Well, somebody effed up. I ain't saying their name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But effed up the beginning during the C-19. Just effed up in a big way. We can't do that. Okay? We got to play, and Lord forbid, same person is back again. But anyway, we got to do this right, guys. You learned from C-19. Now, since you learned from C-19, let's be better. Let's do better. Okay? Let's do better. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that like button, guys. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up this live. And hype up the live. Okay? Hype up the video. Hype up the live. Okay? Let me go ahead and let you listen to this. I'm going to bring that guy up I'm going to try to find him. That was on the ship that was giving us information and was scared. Okay.
And openness to answer more questions as well.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's exactly what it does. It says, we hear you. We understand your concern. Here's what we are trying to do to address that concern. And thank you.
And then we're going to wrap up soon, but speaking of addressing concerns, you also briefed other member states. This is something WHO does regularly, especially when there is an event that has this much attention. Member states want to hear directly from us. They don't want it filtered through the media. They want their chance to ask questions as well. So that's exactly what you did earlier today, a couple of hours ago.
We did. A couple of hours ago, we held a briefing with member states for the countries who have nationalities on board for the passengers and the crew. And so what we did is we discussed with them guidance that we have issued for the safe and dignified disembarkment of the passengers and crew. So just high level, what it will happen in the next 24 to 48 hours is that the boat will dock, or the boat will anchor off of the island of the Canary Islands in Tenerife. Excuse me, we are organizing small boats to bring those passengers to shore.
We need that water. We spoke about this earlier.
I'm going to try that again.
At some point need the water, and then you did.
I'm sorry. Let me try that again. So there will be small boats that will bring the passengers in groups to the dock. There will be a medical screening that will be done. If there's anybody that develops symptoms, anybody that has symptoms, they will immediately go to a medical evacuation plane and be taken to the Netherlands for care. For those who are healthy, those who are doing well, they will go to individual planes that are being organized by countries. Those planes will take those individuals back to home countries.
So there's a couple people from this country, 3 from that country. So it's not separate
Yeah,
planes per
they're not
person,
sep-
but
no,
separate
no, no.
planes per country.
Not separate planes per person, but all of that is actually being organized right now. Some countries will actually put passengers together. The United States and Canada, for example, are discussing sharing a plane. There are some planes that will carry EU passengers. So we're trying to also support the airport in Canary Islands because it's a small airport and not to overload the system. But what we do recommend is the active monitoring and follow-up of all of the passengers and crew who disembark for a 42-day period. That doesn't mean 42 days from now or from tomorrow. It actually means 42 days from the last point of exposure. So that has already started. That clock has already started ticking.
And point of exposure means the last time they had an, I guess,
exposure with a confirmed case or a suspected case. Yes. And so WHO is coordinating all of this work, again, with member states, with experts around the world, providing that advice. And of course, the Spanish authorities are doing an incredible job of organizing all of this with the support from the Netherlands and the cruise operator. And so this is, again, dynamic type of situation. And the goal is for all of the repatriation flights to take place on Sunday and Monday. We do know that there's a weather system that's coming in, and I think they want to do all of the repatriation before that comes through.
Yep.
But again, our Director General is on the ground. We also have a team from WHO that's going to support and oversee with many, many other people.
I just want to say the different functions as well. So infection prevention and control, we have one colleague going for that, person who specializes in points of entry and especially this kind of movement across
Yes,
borders,
yes.
an epidemiologist,
Yes.
and then on the boat we had our public health expert at the moment as well.
We do, yes, and that's right. And I think it's a nice point to say this requires a multidisciplinary approach. This requires collaboration, solidarity, cooperation, not just among technical disciplines, but many different countries. And we're really seeing that happen. And I think there's the major attention of the ship, of course, and that's what our priority is. But we are also following up with colleagues in South Africa who are following some of the passengers who were on the plane from St. Helena to Joburg. So there are quite a few different things happening. And before we wrap up, just to say, in addition to all of this, we at WHO, one of the things we've been doing is convening expert networks on clinical care, on infection prevention control, on laboratory. There's a whole lot of work that's happening with the sequences and with epidemiologists to say, what actually happened here? How do we know who infected whom and where did they get exposed? And so that is also underway, very actively underway. And I want to thank even people from Argentina and Chile who have experience with the Andes virus. They're working with us to really understand what's happening here. So it's a really good show of, I think, the leadership role of WHO and the convening power, but more importantly, how everyone is willing and wanting to work with us to really end this outbreak and make sure that there's no further spread.
I mean, it's truly our function. There's no other body that has been tasked with and given the mandate of doing this kind of coordination. You mentioned the international health regulations earlier. If you feel like doing some studying at home, flip through the international health regulations and you'll get a sense of their history and also why they are the document we refer to so often in a situation like this. Thank you, Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove, Director of the Department of Epidemic and Pandemic Management. We will do an update tomorrow as well. We hope. We're looking at who we should have on, where we should have them join us from. However, with so many colleagues in Canary Islands tomorrow as well, you may be getting updates from another source, as in a media briefing or something like that. So we'll see. It's all being determined now to see what's the best way to communicate with the most people and give you the best information in the best format. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
Okay, guys, that was a lot of good information. A lot of information that we all need to have. I'm glad that you all was able to sit through that. I do have this video. I think this video helped bring it home for a lot of people. Not bring it home, but bring it out for a lot of people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video. And this is because I'm trying to make sure I get everything in. Okay, here we go. Y'all seen this guy here, okay? I think everybody has seen his video, okay? So we're going to go ahead and listen to, I've seen it, fell asleep, woke back up, we'll see it. Okay, but he's on this ship here, okay? Y'all see that ship right there? This is where he's at on that ship. All right. And this is what he's worried about, this virus right here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and listen to what he got to say. make sure it's okay. Here we go. This is the Honduras. Not Honduras. I don't know why I said Honduras. I've been to Honduras, but I didn't mean to say that. The Hantavirus cruise ship passenger gives tearful message from ship. He said, all we want right now is to feel safe. And I understand. But we're going to go ahead and listen to this. Uh-oh, wait, I got it muted. Uh-oh, let me go back. I had it muted, guys. Let me go back. Okay, let me unmute it. Make sure it's not muted. Okay. I'm gonna bring it back up. Here we go.
I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondius, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part. All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it, and that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kindness and understanding. Thank you. I normally wouldn't make a
Okay, I think that video has been all around the world. It's trending all around the world. Everybody has seen that video. Okay, and I can hear it in his voice. He sounds distressed. He sounds like he's afraid. Oh, my heart is breaking. Yeah, I understand. Mine's too. You can hear it in his voice. He doesn't feel safe. Because if you took what happened with C-19 seriously, then you understand this situation. If you really believed and to your heart know that C-19 was not just a host, like somebody always say it was a host. It was this and it was that, and it wasn't on C-19 and all this here stuff. But if you truly believe that, you're gonna fear this too. You're not gonna just sit by and just say, "Oh, that ain't nothing." I hear it in his voice. I hear it, and I can hear it. I can see it. Okay, and he's afraid. He wants to get off. He wants to be safe. He wants to live. But then I understand a lot of the other. I've been watching other content creators and news outlets and other people talking about it, and they don't want nobody off the ship because they want to protect millions versus just in case this turns out to be the worst of the worst. You see what I'm saying? I understand that. So it's like caught between a rock and a hard place. And I feel for him. I feel for everybody that's on that ship. And I do understand, but you can't just get off the ship right now. There's procedures that got to be done. There's testing. There's this and that. And y'all got to remember, I'm just a housewife. And this is for educational purposes. And okay, to inform. This is informative only. Okay, too. That was sad. That's sad. That'll break anybody's heart. That'll break your heart. Let me I think we got another one. Let me just check. Let me pull it closer so I can see what I'm doing. There's somebody crazy talking. We ain't got. Okay, let me. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me just go back to him. Just give me 1 second, guys. Let me. That video there was from CBS News. So if anybody want to ever go back and see that video, that was from CBS News. Let me okay. Let me pull this one up. Here we go, guys. Let me bring it back up for you. I'm glad y'all being patient until I get this up for you. But let me also say this before I do anything else. Let me just say this. Where is it? I have pulled it up for you all. Because I'm going to just show it to you all. And let you just read it yourself. Well, let me just play this video and then I'll pull it up and let you all just read it, look at it yourself. Here it is.
This is what we've been waiting for. The first passengers are now being ferried off of the MV Hondius, right there, after more than 5 weeks at sea, 5.5 weeks at sea. This has been an expedition cruise for them turned tragic and traumatic crisis after 3 passengers from that ship died from Hantavirus. There are about 150 passengers and crew from about 24 countries there. A Spanish official told us just now that everyone on board has done health screening before arriving here. And as of this morning, too, they reiterated, they stressed that everyone, to their knowledge, is asymptomatic, but they are not taking any chances here in Tenerife by far. Health workers who have been taking people off of the Hondius have been wearing masks and PPE. Then after they take their first steps, just right here, coming onto land, then they are quickly put onto red buses. The bus drivers I've seen are wearing PPE. Then they're whisked to the airport. It's just about 10 minutes away behind me or so. And then they head home. For those 17 or so Americans, their next stop will be quarantine. That will be in the Nebraska National Quarantine Unit, which you might remember was used during COVID. Now, this has the capacity to take up to 20.
Yeah, I think he did. He did say they've been at sea for a long time. It wasn't a 3 or 7 day cruise or nothing. They did. Yeah, they've been there for weeks. Yeah, on this cruise ship. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you.
People. No one here has said how long they'll be in quarantine. I've asked, but they've stressed here, a WHO official has stressed to me that the incubation period for hantavirus stretches anywhere from 1 to 8 weeks. And there is a period of time, about 42 days, that they expect they will, for the most part, 95% be certain that they do not have hantavirus. So at this point, it could really still be up to 2 months until those Americans might be cleared, might be free to ultimately go home to their families, see their friends. But these repatriation flights that have been going over us will not end today. We've learned that the passengers from Australia, they will have to stay 1 more night on the Hondius because of a delay in their plane. This is what we've been waiting for. The first passenger.
Okay, guys, they have been there weeks at sea on this ship. And, you know, I just feel for them. But they being embarked. But the people from Spain, they're going to have to stay a little longer because of a delay. Okay. Let's listen to some more updates. This is tragic. We did not need another situation like C-19 going on, because right now we are trying to figure out how to take care of daily life. We got high prices at the gas station. Groceries is too high. People lost their jobs. People are getting evicted. People lost their SNAP benefits. People have no place to live. They're in homes that they can't even sell to get out, to downsize or get into something smaller. They and then you got this on top of it. We are already, people are already drowning, right? Not literally, underwater, should I say. And you got this on top of it. You can't keep it's like, what is this world is coming to? What is it coming to? We need everybody to be safe, but also we need everybody to understand that you just can't just get off. Let me see. Let me just see something. Okay, no, that's not it. And I feel for people that was on a ship with someone and their family member or their family member had to sit by somebody that was on the airplane that got off too early or left, and now they're in a situation where they don't know whether they're infected and they have to be quarantined now. You know what I mean? They have to be quarantined now. Oh, I'm just trying to it's a this is not good for nobody. This is not good for let me this is don't tell me this can't be real, is it? Let me play this, guys. Black folks on the Honduras cruise ship. That's what it says.
Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm about to flip the get that shit away from me. I'm about to flip out. I'm about to tear this coop up.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm about to flip the
I guess we got to have somebody joking about it. Let's see. I guess we got to have, sometime, what do you say he's about to flip out? He's said he got about to flip out. Well, a lot of people are flipping out right now. Let me see.
Another cruise ship has a virus on it that has affected 100 people, but Disney had workers on there selling videos doing unspeakable things with kids. The norovirus has taken over the Caribbean Princess cruise, where it's causing people to have painful diarrhea and unstoppable throw up. There's currently no cure for it. You just basically got to thug it out for 3 days. Yup, 3 days. And it's highly contagious. Just touching something that someone that is sick touches will give it to you. So yeah, keep that boat at sea this time. Then you have the Disney cruise, where them and other boats were investigated because workers who were foreign nationals were passing around videos involving minors. Seemed like they were
I don't think, to me, I don't believe that one. But everybody, got Everybody got something to say, but I don't
Hantavirus
believe
update.
that.
Today is May 10th, 2026. So there's a few things that have happened over the weekend. So the first thing major that has happened is that the ship has made it to the Canary Islands in Verif, Spain. Check the spelling here. And the passengers that are on board are now disembarking. Several passengers have since left the ship before it has docked off the coast of Canary Islands. So this is an important factor because those individuals and passengers are being monitored for symptoms. Now, the ones that are disembarking today, the ones specifically in the US, they are going to be flown to Nebraska for a quarantine site. Now, there's a little bit of commotion about if a quarantine is necessary or not, but the incubation period of hantavirus is 2 weeks to 8 weeks. So I think officials just want to be completely 110% sure that folks are not at all showing any signs or symptoms. But because the incubation period is so long, that is why folks are being monitored for their symptoms. The other important factor to note is that the WHO officials are saying that there is a low risk of transmission because this Andes strain of hantavirus is transmitted from person to person. But according to the research is that the virus can be passed from person to person, however, is through prolonged close contact. So these things are not like COVID. So I think a lot of the panic and just misunderstandings and misinformation that is out there is scaring a lot of people. And that is not at all what I'm trying to do here. I'm simply trying to keep folks informed. So if this was helpful, go ahead and comment down below. If you have any other information that you want to share, please go ahead and share it with folks. But thanks for following along and follow me for more content.
Okay, guys. Y'all, yeah, he did add some sauce to his. He added a lot of sauce. He just threw the sauce all over the place. What you say? He added some sauce to his. Let's get some real updates on this. Lord of mine, I tell you, people are gonna have their way of doing it. Everybody got their way of doing this and everything. So at least we got a chance to hear from the CDC and stuff about it. But let's get another update. Seems like I think I'll let me play that one. Is that the same one I had earlier? Oh Lord. Let me where is it? Before I play this last little short video, let me just bring this up for you all. Okay. The HD director says Honduras is not, C-19. We all know that. As the U.S. passengers prepare for the return, the latest update. Okay. This was just right. This was the same day I started this live, but y'all know it's Monday morning. We just up early and we just stayed up. Okay. But anyway, okay. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Prop Me $5. Thank you for sharing this important information. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me y'all know I always have to give love whenever someone do something like this for me. Thank you, Proud Mimi. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I really do. And I wish more people had a heart like yours. Thank you so much. Let me just show you all this. Oh, let me just pull it up for you all. I got y'all up with me tonight. I guess you say we're all staying up late. We're all staying up late. Okay. On this, now this is May 10th. Today is just May 11th because this is an hour and 44 minutes into the next day for us. Okay. But this is what's going on right now. Okay. As of Sunday, May 10th, let me just, as of Sunday, May 10, 2026. Let me just put that over there so I can see the passengers and a limited number of crew members on board the ship now. MV Honduras began disembarking at the port of, it's the port of Spain, someplace in Spain, okay, on Sunday morning, okay. The cruise ship operator said beginning at 6:24 a.m. of local time. So they got off early in the morning. Not everybody wake up at 6:24 a.m. in the morning to be I don't blame them. I understand. They getting off that ship. But anyway, I don't believe that one guy that did his video crying out for help to get off the ship. I bet you there's more. I haven't been seeing because maybe I've been asleep because I've been on medication. Because I actually, yes, I have. I even spent time in the hospital for this rotator cuff again. The passenger was transferred immediately to an aircraft, taking them to their home countries in ocean-wide expedition said. Okay, let me just see. I'll just pull up my information. That's on Sunday. This is Saturday. That was Sunday. So, okay, the passenger headed to the United States, disembarked later on Sunday. That's from CNN reporting, including 17 U.S. citizens and one British national who live in the U.S. So we got 17 U.S. citizens and including the one British person. Okay. The group will be flown to a quarantine facility in the University of Nebraska. This is told by CNN and host Jake Tapper, who they interviewed. Okay. I want to see that interview. Let's pull up that interview right quick. Because this interview let's look into this interview. And we have time to look into that interview. Because I got just enough time to look into it. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to get it right. Here we go.
So the latest is that we are on the ground. The boat has landed, I think, at the Canary Islands, and the CDC has been in contact with each of the passengers. We're doing interviews with them, and we're preparing to have them evacuated to the Nebraska facility at the University of Nebraska, which is a fantastic facility, which specifically for this purpose. We're doing these evaluations in a minute. We've been coordinating with all of the states. We've been coordinating for basically for the last couple of weeks, a week and a half. We've been coordinating with our international partners, including the WHO, again for at least a week and a half or so, or longer. So it's been pretty smooth on my. It's been interesting to watch the professionalism of the CDC team. I've been quite impressed.
So once they arrive in Nebraska, these individuals, what will the process look like? You're not going to quarantine them. You're going to just check them out and then let them go home.
Well, no, we're going to interview them and assess them for risk. Risk meaning, in this case, risk doesn't mean the risk of dying from the disease or anything. The risk is a high risk if they've been in close contact with somebody who was symptomatic. If they weren't in close contact with someone who's symptomatic, then we're going to deem them low risk. If they were in close contact, we're going to deem them medium or high risk. At that point, we will offer them, alternatives. There are already, as you know, Jake, 7 Americans that already flew back home, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and are in various states, including California, in Texas, Virginia, and Georgia. And so the protocols that are being followed for them are the same protocols that were followed in a 2018 outbreak of this exact strain of the hantavirus, including a imported case in Delaware where there were 51 contacts. We're following that protocol that was successful in 2018, which led to successful control of this. It will include advice given to these patients, or not patients, these travelers about including an offer to stay in Nebraska if they'd like, or if they want to go back home and their home situation allows it, to safely fly them home without exposing other people on the way, and then be put in the control, put under the auspices of their state and local public health agencies, which with the CDC support all the way.
So you mentioned that 7 Americans had already disembarked from the cruise ship after the first passenger died, I believe on April 10th or April 11th rather. Those 7 have already returned to the U.S. You noted that they're in 5 states: Arizona, California, Georgia, Texas, Virginia. Now, I'm told that it can take up to 6 weeks for somebody who was exposed to hantavirus to begin to show symptoms. So that is about 4 weeks ago. So they're not technically out of the woods yet. There's still 2 weeks left. When did you begin monitoring these 7? Do any of them have any symptoms?
Well, I think it's we first learned about the CDC roughly the time they started to come home. I think 3 weeks ago. I'd have to look the exact dates up, Jake. But it's I've been tracking the situation. The CDC teams have been tracking the situation for a while now. We're, as I said, we're in close contact with the state and local public health agencies for protocols for managing these patients, including contact tracing, regular check-ins, symptoms checks, and if there's any like symptoms that develop, protocols for getting them to care rapidly and testing them. So it's been basically the whole time. I think it's been interesting to watch a lot of the thinking around this is colored, I think, by the COVID experience in the press. But the protocols that we have followed are more in line with the normal hantavirus protocols that again were followed in 2018 in the United States.
Well, unlike all the precautions we're seeing this morning, a few weeks ago when these 7 people flew home, they flew home with lots of other passengers. Has there been an effort to do contact tracing and let those other passengers know who interacted with those 7?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So those passengers.
That is a good question, guys. It's like, that's what everybody want to know. That's what everybody need to know. You need to know this. Not just you want to know, you need to know this. Because if so, then we need to stop it. We need to put a halt to it. Now, been in contact with this person, whatever you did. You can't go see nobody. Nobody can come see you. We need to stop
those passengers on the ship that flew home were not symptomatic when they flew home. So because the virus doesn't spread.
There wasn't symptomatic when they flew home, but that doesn't. Oh, what am I? Didn't C19 teach us anything? Did we not learn from C19?
That unless somebody has active symptoms, those passengers on the planes are considered contacts of contacts. So again, there's not a reason to do that kind of like sort of recursive contact tracing. The idea is that you assess the risk of the person who has been exposed. If they don't have symptoms, they're not at risk of exposing others. But you do want to make sure that you check them regularly so that they don't have if they develop symptoms or if there's other considerations. Give them advice, especially to reduce their contacts with others when it's appropriate to do so.
The CDC did not issue an official alert to healthcare workers and health departments about the hantavirus until 2 days ago on Friday. That's nearly 2 weeks after the first case of hantavirus linked to the cruise ship was confirmed. Why did it take so long?
Well, we were still gaining information specifically about the 17. As I said, the state and local departments that were managing the 7 were in contact with the CDC and we've deemed pose no risk to the public. And so it was the idea is that we are going to give this health alert when it's appropriate and to do so. And we deemed it was appropriate, when the 17 are coming, especially now as there's going to be so much attention on the 17 as they're moving potentially back to their home states or staying in Nebraska, depending on the assessment.
I want to ask you about concerns we've heard from a lot of public health officials about the CDC's response, or as they say it, lack thereof. They say that the CDC should have deployed a team to help investigate the outbreak. They say the CDC should have deployed a team to collect samples to help with contact tracing. They say the CDC should have been communicating sooner through press briefings and press guidance and news briefings, and that its health alert network should have been more active and been more clear about how the CDC is involved, especially since we're no longer part of the World Health Organization. They say that had this been a virus that spreads more easily than the hantavirus, we would be in real trouble right now. How do you respond to all these critics?
Well, I think it's they didn't see what the CDC has been doing, right? So we are in touch with the WHO. We're in touch with the international health organizations, including the one in Spain, and we have been providing technical assistance to all of those organizations all the way through. This is not COVID, Jake, and we don't want to treat it like COVID. We don't want to cause a public panic over this. We want to treat it with the hantavirus protocols that we're successful in containing outbreaks in the past, and so we.
Now we know this is not C19. Okay, we're all aware of that, but still, although it's not C19, we need to learn from this. This is a second time to learn from this. Okay, we're not gonna make, and I pray that the people at the top, the people that's working this virus and everything, we understand that this is not C19 and everything. And I do pray that anybody, family that was on that ship, or anybody that was on that ship, or their loved ones, I pray for their continuous health. And guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you. And thank you, Proud Mimi, for your $5 super secret. Thank you so much, and blessings to everyone. And we're going to pick this up tomorrow. But I do have to go because husband is calling. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Love you.